Now, today I am discussing about the trial balance. The question is when we can make the trial balance. So, after the closing of ledger balances, we can make the trial balance. How you can prepare? You take the closing balances of ledger and put into the trial balance format. Now you see the format of trial balance first. So first one, here you write in the books of dot dot dot. Then here you write trial balance as at dot dot dot, because trial balance you can make a particular date. Trial balance is a statement, not a ledger. Any day, any time you can make the trial balance. So now see the format of trial balance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 column is there. First column you write serial number. Second column you write the head of accounts, or you can write the ledger balances, or you can write the particulars also. This column is LF, means the ledger folio. This column is debit and this column is credit. Here you write rupees, here you write rupees. Then you put all closing balances of the ledger, debit and according to the debit and credit norms, and close the trial balance. Okay, and the trial balance will be the same. Debit column and credit column total will be the same. Now the question arises, the which balances, ledger balances, come under debit column and the credit column. Okay, so we know that the norms of the debit and credit. So there is a two concept is there for the debit and credit, or the rules of debit and credit. First one is the modern concept. The modern concept. This modern concept already been discussed in details. You see my video. So under the modern concept, okay, so there is a some item is there. Okay, first is the capital. Second one is the liabilities. Okay, next is the expenses. Next is the assets, and the next one is revenues. Okay, these are the 5 elements under the modern concept. So in brief, for keeping in your mind, you keep in your mind the short form is CLEAR. Clear. C means capital, L means liabilities, E means expenses, A means asset, and revenue means R. So this is C L E A and R. Okay, now what are the norms of debit and credit under the modern concept? So capital will be credit, liabilities will be credit, expenses will be debit, assets will be debit, revenue will be credit. Clear? Again I am repeating. The capital will be credit, liabilities will be credit, expenses will be debit, assets will be debit, revenue will be credit. So this is the norms of the debit and credit norms under modern concept. Now if we go to the traditional concept, now here you see traditional concept. So under the traditional concept, we know there is the nominal account, real account and the personal account. Clear? So first one is, you see the nominal account. Nominal account. Second one is real account. And third one is the personal account. Personal account. Clear? Real account, nominal account and personal account. Clear? Now what are the rules of debit and credit? In the nominal account we know all expenses and losses will be debit and all incomes and gains will be the credit. Real account, what comes in debit, what comes in will be debit. Clear? And what goes out is credit. And in the case of personal account, the receiver will be debit and giver will be the credit. Clear? Now according to the modern concept and the traditional concept, when you go the debit and credit column in the trial balance, then according to this concept I will put in the format of trial balance. Basically it will be more easy if we go to the modern concept. Okay? And some specific cases we will follow the traditional concept, because if we follow the traditional concept, some specific cases, it will be more easy to understand what will be the debit and what will be the credit. Now in the trial balance format, what will be the debit? The debit means all expenses, okay, all losses, okay, all assets, expenses, losses and assets will be debit, and credit all incomes, all incomes or all gains, all liabilities, okay. So incomes, gains and liabilities will be the credit, okay. So now the question arises, we know expenses concept is very clear, losses is also clear. Now the more critical part is the assets and the liabilities, assets and the liabilities part, okay. Now see what type of asset is there in the organization. So assets, at first I am classifying the assets into the two heads. First one is the fixed assets, fixed asset. Under fixed asset, number one is intangible, intangible fixed asset. So under intangible fixed asset comes goodwill, trademark, copyright, goodwill, trademark, copyright and the patent right. Okay, and next part is tangible fixed asset, tangible fixed assets. Under tangible fixed assets comes land and building, land and building, plant and machinery, land and building, plant and machinery, furniture, etc. Okay. Now I am going to the second part is the current asset. Under current assets includes closing stock, sundry debtors, bills receivable, short term investment, short term investment includes marketable securities, cash at bank, cash in hand, prepaid expenses, accrued income, accrued income. Clear? So basically these are the assets. When you see the closing balance of ledger is there, these tangible and the intangible and the current assets, then it goes to the asset column, it goes to the debit column of the trial balance. Okay, now you see the liabilities part. Okay, liabilities. First one is the capital. Capital is the liabilities. Though the modern concept capital is different head is there, so capital comes under the head liabilities. Number 2, any type of reserve and surplus. Reserve and surplus. Any type of reserve and surplus means capital reserve, general reserve, sinking fund, or any other type of reserve. Number 3, loans and advance. Loans and advances, any type of loans and advance, loan from bank, loan from financial institution, etc. Number 4 is the current liabilities. Current liabilities. Under current liabilities, see short-term loan, short-term loan. Next, creditors. Next, bills payable. Okay. Next is outstanding expenses. Next is pre-received income. So basically, if you keep in your mind this type of head comes under the head liabilities, then automatically you can identify the which items are the liabilities part. So simply you take the ledger balances of liabilities and put the credit column of the trial balance. Okay. Now the more important items is there. These items, if you think from the traditional concept point of view, then it will be more easy. I am giving an example, say sales. So sales is a income. So from the modern concept point of view, it will be the credit income. But from the traditional concept point of view, if we think, sales means your goods is going outside. So goods going outside. So that is why this is credit. Okay. Now sales return or return inward. Sales return or return inward. Return inward means you have already been sold goods to your customer, and due to the defective materials or any other reasons, the customer returning goods to you. That means goods again come back in your hands. So from the traditional concept point of view, when return inward means is that goods comes in. So that is why it will be debit. So sales is credit, but when sales return, then it will be debit. So why debit and why credit is clear? Okay. Similarly, the purchase. Purchase is simply the expenses. Modern concept point of view, this is a expenses, and as expenses, this is a debit. But from the traditional concept point of view, what does it mean? Purchase means goods comes in. What comes in? Goods comes in. So goods comes in means it will be debit. It will be debit. Again, purchase return. Again, purchase return. Purchase return means you purchased goods from the supplier, and due to the defective materials or any other reason, you are returning goods to your creditor. Means goods goes out. So according to the real account concept, when goods goes out, it will be credit. Clear? So purchase and purchase return, sales and sales return is clear. Okay. Now I am coming to the more important item is capital. Okay. Now see the capital. Traditional and the modern concept point of view, both we can discuss. So from the modern concept point of view, capital is it has a separate head, capital, and capital is credit. And if we think capital is a liabilities, then it will be credit, because capital is liabilities, we know. So that is the modern concept. But from the traditional concept point of view, capital brought in by the owner of the business. So that is why business received money from the employer, from the owner of the business. Okay. So that is why this is the receiver. Not receiver. So from the owner's point of view, from the business point of view, if you think, when owners contribute capital to the business, so business gets money from the owner. So that is why owner is giver. So that is why this is credit. Giver is credit. Now is drawings. So drawings means the owner of the business is taking money permanently from the business. So means is that the owner of the business is the receiver of money. Receiver of money. That is why this is debit. So why capital is credit and why capital is credit and why drawings is debit is clear. Again I am repeating. Listen carefully. From capital modern concept point of view, this is liabilities. Okay, and capital itself, it has a separate head, capital. So that is why this is credit. Traditional concept point of view, so owner is the giver of money to the business, so that is why is credit. And from the drawings point of view, the owner of the business is getting money from the business, that is why this is receiver of money and is debit. So these sales return, purchase return, capital and drawings are the more important part of the trial balance. When you make the trial balance, then keep in your minds these norms. Okay. So now in brief, how you can make the trial balance? Now you go to the trial balance format. Again I am repeating. So this is the format we know. Okay, this is the format. So here you write trial balance at trial balance as at dot dot dot, and here in the top you write in the bookshop, in the bookshop. Then here you write serial number, here you write head of accounts, here ledger folio, here debit, here credit, rupees. So in the debit side, always keep in your mind comes all expenses, all losses and all assets. Okay, and on the credit side, all incomes, all gains, liabilities. Okay, so from the ledger balances you take the data according to these debit and credit norms. You take the data and put the debit and credit column, add debit column and credit column, automatically the balance will be the same. Keep in your mind, if somehow if you see your balance is not matching, means the debit column is not equals to the credit column, or maybe the credit column is not equals to the debit column, then what to do? Then the balancing figure amount, suppose here is the 100 rupees and the credit column is 700 rupees, so 30 rupees is the shortage of credit column. Then simply here you write the suspense account, here you write suspense. Okay, so you put here suspense account and put the balance amount and then close the ledger. Okay, so this is the total entire concept of the trial balance. In the next video I will give you some question and answer, and then I will discuss how the debit and credit items, means the ledger comes in the debit column and the some head of the ledgers comes to the credit column, and what are their logic, why the debit and credit. Okay, bye, thanks.